Hello my peculiars and welcome back or welcome to my peculiar corner if you're new here. My name is Andy and here we are at yet another magical encounter. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had an amazing week and that autumn vibes arrived to you as well. Here are definitely settled already. We have foggy days, we have cloudy days, a bit of rain, luckily and happily not too much, and we hope the flood situation is not going to happen again. But I can say that it's quite cozy. We already started to make fire here upstairs in the house, in our fireplace, and a lot of tea during the day and everything. So it's getting quite cozy, and I'm ready to celebrate my birthday. I'm gonna turn 32 soon, and yeah. But for this week, I have prepared for you another ology book. We have just this one and one more, and we are done with the big ology books. Now, for this week, I decided to show you the Dungeons and Dragons inspired book called Dungeonology. Now, it's fantastic, honestly. As you can see, this one we have it a bit different. We don't have the gems anymore on the cover and so on, but it's still very beautiful. And without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Here I am back from the Peculiar Library with the book. Now, as I mentioned already, as you can see, the format of the cover has been changed a bit. It's not the gold foil that we are used to. It's still very shiny, and we have some labyrinth behind. And for those of you who are accustomed with Dungeons and Dragons, I'm pretty sure that you know the character. Now, I'm not that familiar. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, and I hope that I will one day. But until then, let's explore this book. Now, this book is written from a point of view of helping you create your own story and what are the most important parts of creating a very nice story. So let's just dig into it. As we are accustomed, we still keep the letter. Only Dungeonologists may break this seal. Now, let's try. I'm gonna try and open it for you and see what we have inside. So here we have a symbol, and then here we have a letter. If you wanna pause and read the letter, I'm pretty sure you will be able to understand, because this one is like written in big letters, so that's very good. You can see different kind of symbols everywhere here around, and then we have leave no page unread, no chest unopened, no map unexplored, and no realm undiscovered. A Dungeonologist's credo. A tale of riches to rags, indeed. I'm gonna try to close this. And here it says, an epic adventure through the forgotten realms. Knowledge is power. And a beautiful illustration. Actually, this looks like a little street from like underground street, I would say, from Prague, or even like a castle dungeon. And here we have chapter 1, welcome to adventure, an introduction to Dungeonology. We have some honest plea. We have the table of contents here. If you want to pause, obviously you can just pause and read them. We are going to go through each chapter. Into the dungeons for the bravest souls. And then here we have follow me, and I will read this part for you. And it says, a life of adventure is both terrifying and wonderful. Within this book, I'll describe places where only heroes have set foot, and I'll give you the tools and knowledge you need to survive and become heroes yourselves. You're so lucky. I almost wish I were you. But enough of that. Turn the page and let's commence. Chapter 2, the adventuring party. Now, obviously, as you know, every story has like a party, especially, for example, the Lord of the Rings, and they have, a big group and they go on an adventure. And here it explains to you, get your party started, building a party, and then you have wizards, fighters, rogues, clerics, other sorts. Then we have marching order, there is no I in party, hired help, and a beautiful illustration. Here it always reminds me of Lord of the Rings. And here we also have some extensive, and we have races. So we have dragonborn, elves, dwarfs, gnomes, tieflings, humans, halflings, half orcs, and half elves. Beautiful, illustrated, and explained for you. So really, if you want to write a story, honestly, this book, it's absolutely perfect to help you in your beginnings of creating a story and an adventure and an action plan for your story. Now we have chapter 3, Dungeonology Equipment. Weapons, armor, some gear, starter packs, coins. Of course, you can invent your own money, as we know from the world of Harry Potter. We have galleons and newts, and then from other stories they have different type of coins. So I'm actually writing a story myself, and I think I mentioned in my previous videos, if you are following, maybe you heard it already. And I'm trying to create most of my things for the world I am creating, but I cannot give you more details. You'll have to just, you know, stick a while here and see what future will bring. Now the next chapter is magic and magic items, and we have some cubic gate, a fruity bottle, some dust of sneezing and choking, candle of invocation, winged boots, ever smoking bottle. Here we have a novice's spell book, and then we have cantrips. These are minor spells, so simple a wizard can cast them without memorizing them. We have firebolt, mending, light. Then we have spells, charm person, detect magic, comprehend languages, featherfall, thunder wave, magic missile, and beautiful illustration here of a wizard. And even more, the wand wonder and the spell book. And here it says only the mind of a wizard can comprehend magic. True that. That's why we are all witches and wizards here. Then we have chapter 5, the lands of the Forgotten Realms. This, for example, it's like a map. It's called the Northern Faerun, the Underdark. Here we also have another map, and then dungeons galore, Faer's, the Sword Coast. And here it says turn the map one rotation to access the west to unlock its secrets. And I warn you, this is an amazing page, so get ready, because this one we are gonna open it and we are gonna have a huge map. I don't even know how to do it, so I'm gonna show you all of it. It's so insane. You know that the maps from ology books are absolutely gorgeous, but this one is beating everything, like the way it's opening, and you know it's folded, and then you just open it and it's so big. And then here we have Volo's top 10 tips for Dungeonologist, and then we have some weapons here, and then we have something about the throne and talisman of the sphere, and it says Volo's most wondrous map of the Sword Coast here, so you can see this part as well. It's very hard for me to actually, you know, show you this map. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a picture of this map and I'm gonna put it for you in the video on a big scale, so you can actually pause and see the map in all of its beauty, because it's very nice and very detailed and everything. So definitely it's worth for me to just take a picture of it and for you to see the details and be able to read the details on the map. And then the map is just foldable and it goes back to its place. Okay, and now we have the next chapter, rogues and traps, and we have trust your rogue, treasure chests, let your rogue go first, locks and wars, find your own traps. And we have also a picture of a skeleton key, an illustration. Then chapter 7, fortune and glory, take care of your money, splitting the treasure, being a hero, and carrying loot. And here we have an amazing illustration of a dragon, And again, as we are accustomed, there are not that many pop-ups in this book, but still, even the few that are absolutely stunning. And when we open it, we are gonna have a magical container, something about magical containers. And yeah, I just love how this is, it's a bit like origami, I would say, very beautifully done. Then chapter 8, clerics on missions for gods, holy warriors. Here we have chapter 9, the 5 factions, the Zentarim, Order of the Gauntlet, the Harpers, Emerald Enclave, Lord's Alliance. You know, you can also create this, for example, reminds me of Game of Thrones. You know, you have the houses, and each house has its own crest and coat of arms. So you know, if you write a story, try to create your own house, why not, and your own coat of arms. It's very fun and very beautiful to start doing it and illustrate it and come up with ideas of what represents your house. Here we have chapter 10, monsters, which is my favorite, obviously. So we have mimics, shrieks, yuan-ti, we have mind flyers, we have Kit, we have gelatinous cubes, we have beholders, cloakers, owlbears, umber hulks, and obviously we also have dragons. Kind and color, common elements, and here we have dragon type and breath weapon. Very, very detailed. This reminds me of the Mappa gods from the Fantastic Beasts. Here we have chapter 11, villainous threats. We have Tiamat, Demogorgon, as we know the Demigorgons from Stranger Things, right? We have Orcus, we have Sastam, we also have Asirirak and Lolth. Then Heroes and Legends, and we have Esmeralda d'Avenir, Hitch, Calliope Skip, Minsk and Boo, Drizzt the Orden. Here we have Elminster Aumar, and he reminds me of Merlin a bit. And here we have Wulfgar, Catti-brie, Brunner, Battlehammer, and Regis. There's nothing like a nice bit of cheese to lift the spirit. Regis said that. Again, the illustrations are very, very magical. And now here we have Volo's Guide to Forgotten Realms. Is actually, you know that from Ology series, we always have like a surprise at the end of the book, like something bigger, like a present that we finish the book. And here we have like a 3D image. I'm trying to move it so you can actually see it. You see the dragon. And on top of that, we also have a book within a book, as we are accustomed with the Ology series. And here it also says, chapter 13, Last Words. I hope you enjoyed my tome on Dungeonology, and more importantly, I hope you take it seriously. If you do, you should be able to count on a long and storied career that will become the stuff of tales told around hearths and campfires for many years to come. As a special bonus to my wonderful readers, my publisher has decided to also include a copy of another book of mine, Volo's Guide to the Forgotten Realms. I hope it becomes as useful to you as this book surely already has. If you run into me in your travels, please don't hesitate to buy me an ale and regale me with your tales. A man like me is always on the hunt for another great story. And now we can just flip through Volo's guide. The Sword Coast and the North, Lands Beyond. We have Cult of the Dragons, Demons of the Underdark, The Rise of the Elementals, Baldur's Gate, Daggerford, Candlekeep, Waterdeep, Skullport, Neverwinter, all the beautiful realms. We have some dangerous places, Gauntle Green, Luskan, Undermountain, the Tomb of Horrors, Thai, the Underdark, Upper Middle and Lower Dark, Monsters in the Underdark, and we have the Drider, Mind Flyers, and Intellect Devourers. We have Menzo Beranzan, Mantle Derith, and Realms Beyond, Evermeet, Chalt and Karatur, and Zakara. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly because I'm not accustomed with this. And here we have still Worlds Beyond, Cosmology, Greyhawk, Sigil, Barovia. If you want, of course, you can pause for each. If you are going to watch on a big screen, I'm pretty sure you are going to be able to see and you are going to be able to read. As you can see, it's very well detailed, and honestly, like really, if you want to start writing a story, definitely this book is going to help you greatly. Now, as we know from my last videos, we are going to read the last part. Welcome, my intrepid friends, to a guide to the forgotten realms of myth and legend and how to best explore their most intriguing features. The monster-plagued, treasure-laden dungeons that plunge deep beneath the earth and riddle the highest mountains. With my capable help, you will become both wise in the ways of such places and wary of their dangers. If you value your life, do not enter a dungeon without this book. Volothamp Gedarm, your industrious guide and servant. Now, this book was released by Candlewick Press in the US. I bought it from, I think it was still Book Depository, was still alive. I think it was one of the last books I got from them, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember 100%. I'm gonna link in the description everything you need to know on how to get this book if you still want it. I'm gonna put eBay links as well in case I'm not able to find links to a new book, but I think you can still find it on Amazon new, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this adventure through Dungeons and Dragons and explored the characters and monsters and realms with me. And until next week, don't forget two very important things. Stay magical, stay peculiar, always. Bye for now.